Okay.
Welcome to the space where minds collide. Annie and Kerrie gonna be your guide. Psychic wonders and spiritual delight will unveil the mysteries in the light. Tune your senses, sharpen your mind. Feel the energy, let your soul unwind. Tarot cards and angels' wings. Sound healing makes your spirit sing. Mind, body, soul connection strong. Find your peace where you belong. Meditate, elevate, discover ways to brighten up your darkest days. Energy flowing through your veins. Unlock your power, break the chains. With Annie and Kerrie on this ride, discover the universe inside. Healing words in crystal glow, guiding through the ebb and flow. Feel the love that we impart. Awaken the magic in your heart. Mind, body, soul connection strong. Find your peace where you belong. Meditate, elevate, discover ways to brighten up your darkest days. Mind, body, soul connection strong. Find your peace where you belong. Meditate, elevate, discover ways to brighten up your darkest days.
Hello.
Hello.
I was going to be all by myself.
I was running. I'm going, get inside, sit down, be a good boy.
Kerrie's just going to tell off to Sorrow because he was looking, and she said, I'm just going to go live and then I'm going to run and give him a row. And I'm counting down the seconds thinking, oh, I'm going to be all by myself.
Yes, well, look, there's a possum that's been running down the back fence that he doesn't like very much. He's also not happy because I've been out most of the day, got home, fed him and came in here. Hi, Sue. Hi, Amanda. And hi, Esther.
Hello.
And I'm behind on everything. Put out the welcome message.
Here we are. Look, we're here. Hi, Sandy. Okay. I need to talk to Sue for 1 minute.
Sure.
I sent a message through to Amy, Sue's daughter, to tell her that we were looking at the next retreat.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to Sue, if she comes on tonight, she'll be able to get some information on it. Sadly, that went west because the plan that we were planning in the space of 3 days, the prices went up by $300, and it got to the point of this is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get any guarantees. So tomorrow, Kerrie and I are going gallivanting. We're going on a road trip.
Yeah.
And as soon as we know what's happening, and we should have something sorted out by the end of this month. So we're going on a road trip, and we're going to go and have a look at this beautiful place and see what it's like. And then we've got another one. We're going west at the moment, and then we're going to go south. And we'll, as soon as we've got it sorted. But we're not prepared to make this really expensive. We just don't want to do that. And they wouldn't give us any guarantees that the prices would stay the same. And $300 in 1 day is
per person. So we thought, no way.
Yeah. And then they wouldn't tell us what they were going to charge us for a workspace for us. And we just got cold feet and thought, nah, not playing this game. We'll go somewhere else. We'll sort it out.
Yeah. So sorry, Sue. We really thought we worked hard all week to have something really exciting to share with you all tonight. But unfortunately, we just went, no, we're not doing that, and we're not risking it for everybody else, because whatever we do for you guys, we want you to get real value out of. Not just what we provide, but where we take you as well, that you find value in those places too. So we're a bit fussy, but we're fussy for a reason, because the energy needs to be right, which is a beautiful segue into our topic tonight. It's all about energy. Funny that.
It's all about energy. Yes, indeed.
Esther, lovely to see you back in. Sandy, just trying to catch up with everyone, Annie. Gee, I miss our beautiful bubble girl.
Hi, Jeanette. I missed her. We've got Shara. We've got Kelly.
Lisa.
Hi, my beautiful Lisa. I think we've got
Hi, Shara. Lovely to see you.
Now, Kerrie.
Yes.
Let's just show people how very organised we are.
Absolutely.
Have you got a meditation?
I actually haven't got a meditation, but what I do have, right, is, and I was thinking about this when I was driving home, as you do, and when I got home, yes, I did feed the animals and myself, but as I was feeding myself, I sat there and went, right, guides, I need something, and here we go, quick page of notes, and away we go. Right? So I love them for that. But what I wanted to take everyone through is because every person reads energy, whether they realize it or not. And I just thought, snow report over Annie's face, really?
I haven't got it here.
I don't know.
It's not on our computer.
No.
Might be on yours.
And on Facebook, maybe Facebook threw an ad on. We're not monetized, guys, so they shouldn't be throwing any ads on. Hey, Trish. Hi, Michelle. Lovely to see you all in here. Okay, so this is what they gave me, because everyone has the ability to do this. And Annie, this is where I do you and I out of a job, sort of, but not quite, right? And that is that there is going to come a day, and I'm looking forward to this, when everyone's so in tune with the energy that they'll be able to read it for themselves. They won't need readers as such. But people will always need healers. They're always going to need people to mentor and support and facilitate. And that's really what we do in most of our programs, is get everyone in touch with what their own capabilities are. And then we cheer you on, because it's so exciting for us to see you reach them. So what my guides actually gave me was a little visualization for everybody, because everyone says, I can't see during meditation, or I don't get anything, so they said, no, we want you to make it really, really simple for people. So what I would like you to do is just close your eyes for a moment. Just settle in the space and take a really deep breath. Now I want you to imagine that you are standing in your kitchen, and someone else amazing is standing in the kitchen, and they are cooking your favorite meal. Listen for a second. Can you hear it cooking? Can you smell the aromas? Can you taste it? Can you feel the energy and excitement of being about to be served your favorite meal, and you didn't have to cook it? Just take a moment. I might be making you all hungry. Sorry about that. Okay, now I want you to open your eyes. Now, just in chat, if you don't mind, let me know. Did you see it? Could you taste it? Could you smell it? Could you hear it? Could you see it?
I'm going now because somebody up there is cooking spag bog for me, so I'm off.
Stop it. You're doing the presentation tonight. You'll stay right there.
Rats.
Yes, see? So when we talk about visualization and meditation, there's no one right way. You may receive it by seeing, you may receive it by feeling, you may receive it by smelling or tasting or just that energy of it. It doesn't matter, the more you understand how you receive information, the easier it is to tune into it. But at the end of the day, what you're connecting to, apple pie, crunchy top, yum, I'm coming to Kelly's.
Yeah, I'm going to Kelly's as well.
She's just cooked diced chicken breast, and that's all she could smell.
I'm coming to your house first, and then I'm going to Kelly's for my apple
Yeah.
pie with crunchy top.
So the idea being, don't overcomplicate it. But what you're actually doing in that really short visualization technique is you are remembering the energy of it. And you'll read that energy in different ways. And once we learn how we read or connect to the energy, then that's how we can expand what we do. Was that a bit of fun?
It was. To keep it, I'm back on this keep it simple principle because that's me.
Yep.
There's not one person on here who wouldn't have walked into a room or a house or a space and instantly felt something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the energy that houses hold, homes hold, or the people who are in it. So sometimes it's like in my space. People walk through my front door into this space here, and the minute to a person, the minute they walk through the door, they just go, and sit.
And end up in a time warp and never leave.
I've got to throw them out at 11 o'clock at night. But they can feel the energy when they walk in the door. And it doesn't matter how stressed they are. When they come across that threshold, they just go, whoa. Because the energy in here, it's really gentle. It's really soft. Conversely, if you walk into somewhere where it's not nice, or where there's been arguments, or where there's been... Kerrie and I went out to see this man who has a radio show called Insomnia. And he wanted to interview us for the radio show. And he plunked us down and we introduced ourselves. And he said, okay, so what does the energy feel like? Now, we knew that house didn't belong there. And that was one of the first things I actually said. This house doesn't belong here. And he said, you're right. It had been moved from Kangaroo Point to where it was. It was out past Ipswich Way.
Yeah.
And Kerrie and I, when we sat down, we just looked at each other. Now, that house was dark, horrible, dark, nasty, yuck. And
in fact, we stayed on the balcony, if you remember. We said, that sitting out here is lovely, because going in, you just wanted to be on the outskirts of that energy. Yeah.
So I think everybody, one way or another, has felt that. And that's actually, and maybe you don't think that is reading the energy, but that's exactly what it is. It's you're picking up on the energy, and energy is just vibration. Everything is vibration, and you're picking up on the vibes or the vibration in the house. And again, there's some people who can see, they'll look at a house and they think, no, I don't want to go in there. Or they'll look at a house and think, wow, that feels like home.
Yeah.
Or they walk through the door and their shoulders drop instantly. And that's all about the vibration in that house. And some of it and it could be, like a bloody Hamptons home. And you walk through the door, but it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. And it's just, no matter how pretty it is, it's just I can't do this. I don't like it. There's something not right
It's
about it.
what do they say? Lipstick on a pig, right? So, and you can actually still feel the energy behind it. It's interesting.
It's just not nice.
Annie, if I was to go down a scientific path, because I do the woo woo, yes, totally into that. I love science and particularly physics because it has gone a long way to prove rather than disprove anything that we do. So if you think about, they go into a cell and then they say, well, the cell has, like the center, and there's a proton and there's electrons and there's neutrons. And then they break it down. They go into the subparticles and then they go even further. When you get right down to it, to the smallest particle that they can actually identify, it's frequency, light, and sound. Right? So all it's doing is showing that every single thing is the energy.
Yeah.
Kerrie,
her place was home when she went in it for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting that you just feel it.
Yes.
And the other, there have been, we had Paul Knox on, who all of his book, I Energy, was based on the research that had been done. Yeah, Nikola Tesla. Yeah. That was in his book. And all of this energy work and that vibrational stuff, it's all been proven by science, but it's been squished. It's been cast aside because people in power don't want you to know about this stuff, because that gives you power and takes theirs away.
There's a way.
Like it,
While we're talking about people in power, can I throw a conspiracy? We don't normally do conspiracy in here, but I just want to, can I throw in? Can I please throw in? They turned CERN off for maintenance, and they can't turn it back on till 2030. So, guys, we've got a reprieve from that low energy vibration happening. What we do need to be aware of, though, is they're ramping up the 5G and they're going to 6G, and they're trying to, in my humble opinion, in case we get in trouble for this, in my opinion, I believe that they are using that frequency to try and keep us dampened. But we've had so much influx of high-level energy through Schumann resonance and the changing that it hasn't stopped people rising up and waking up anyway, as hard as they've actually tried. But they do try and keep that lower energy. Now, the other night, and I'm just going to ask everyone this, a lot of us have been feeling all the energy changes, and it's almost been like a drain to almost get to that next level of where the energy is coming in. And it's because they're working so hard as like a magnet to keep us in that lower energy. And I was lying in bed the other night and it was all quiet, and I went, there's no ringing, there's no hum in my ears anymore. So I just want to, may not be able to answer this now, anyone in chat, but I'd love you to come back in comments and say, is it just me, or do you think turning off CERN has made it easier for us to make that jump to the next level? We're not getting that buzzy in between.
I never even thought about that, because for months my ears were, I had that buzzing. And for months I was waking up at ridiculous o'clock. At times it was on the hour, every bloody hour, you know. And it stopped.
Yeah.
And I didn't notice that until you said that. I didn't notice that it's gone away, because it's been enormous.
Constant. It's been constant. And I started to think, I actually slept all the way through the night, the last couple of nights, without waking up. And I went, whoa, hang on a minute. Is that a correlation? Because now we can just align with the influx, and have we now got a beautiful window through to 2030, right, when they turn the damn thing back on again, to actually make that jump? And by then, might it be too late? There you go. Only occasionally getting the buzz now. So think about that. So they turned it off on the 29th of July. Just throwing that one out there, because it is all energy. Marani. Hi, Marani. Nice to see you back. Hope you had a wonderful time away. Yeah, and it just seems to be instantaneous energy connection right now. And I started thinking about that. I mean, this is just my own thinking. Everyone who knows me well. I analyze this stuff and I go, hang on, is there a correlation between these two? And I can't say, put hand on my heart and say that's the case. I'm just saying the synchronicity of it was very interesting. If I put it that way.
Yes. If you think about vibration as being, for want of a better expression, 7 levels. So if we put ourselves, I didn't think you had gone already. She's going on Thursday.
Okay, I thought you had.
Yeah.
I missed that.
You feel better before you go
away. Yep.
If you're open to it, we'll all send you energy tonight.
Absolutely.
You out a bit. And remember, you're on a mission to find hagstones. Thank you very much. She's going on holiday and I'm giving her homework. Dreadful.
That's what we do. We always give you homework because this is about you stepping into what you can do and remembering the gifts that you have that were just educated out of you because you've always had it.
So I'll go back to my levels. So for saying sake, I this is my interpretation, and this is from years and years and years ago because I'm older than dirt. But 7 planes. Every plane vibrates at a different level. So if we think of ourselves as on the 3rd plane, which is Earth plane, right? We vibrate at the same speed as everything else here. When we're connecting upwards with our guides and our angels and whoever it is that's up there with us, some people, we have to pull our energy up maybe to around 5, and they have to drag their energy down so that we can meet somewhere in the middle.
Yes.
And the easiest way for me to raise the energy is to shut the hell up and just sit there and breathe. The other thing that helps me with lifting my energy, because the vibration of music also raises my energy. And I think everybody can relate to that one in terms of energy as well. Like if I do the vacuuming to Meatloaf, the house gets clean in 20 minutes. You know, if I'm depressed, I can whack on James Taylor and instantly I feel better.
Yeah.
If I'm happy and I'm dancing around the room, Kerrie's with me on this one as well. Like we put on music and it automatically makes us feel better.
Absolutely.
Instant. So if you go back to like Kerrie's vibro sound, because we're back to the vibration thing, when the music's in your ears and that makes you happy kind of instantly, and then with the vibration going through your body, it's actually recalibrating, you know. So what I find fascinating, Miss Kerrie, is that I've watched what they do with water.
Yes.
And how they flip, you know, they play music to the water and it makes all these beautiful patterns. And our body is 70% water.
Correct.
So when you're being rattled on the sound bed and it's vibrating all through your body, all it's doing is recalibrating your little cells.
Yeah.
And we're back to what you were talking about with your science stuff.
Yeah.
We're all made of itty bitty cells.
Yes.
So, and one of the things I did all the way through COVID, all the way. And if I'm not well now and I'm feeling not well, I sing my every little cell in my body is healthy song.
Oh, wow. Speaking of that, for anyone who was with us, sorry, I get animated. That just sparked something. Yeah, see, Esther's turning the radio on and leave it on all day. Yeah, that's the good frequency. Okay, has everyone heard that song, Every Little Cell Inside My Body? I'm not going to sing because I've lost my voice. But it's very catchy, right? And then what I just saw recently was someone tapping. So if everyone remembers when our beautiful Rhiannon was on with us and she took us through tapping, the combination of those two is unbelievable because you're resetting the nervous system at the same time as you're actually bringing in the music and the vibration to that. So actually telling your body, how to react, which is awesome.
It is awesome. Yeah. And it's easy, like it's just every little cell in my body is healthy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is healthy. I'm tapping all out. Every little cell in my, and then it's healthy and well, healthy and well. I wonder about singing that. George Michael will lift you up and make you feel
Start
freedom.
here, guys. Start here.
I was on my hand. I was there. I was there. And then I went through
so good. So that's really good. So Annie, I know you've put a presentation together. I don't want to jump on your presentation, but the other thought that sort of just jumped in and came to mind was talking about tools, right? So if you think tarot cards, oracle cards, I could go through all of them really, astrology, numerology, what else have we got? Pendulums, dowsing rods. Any tool that we use, it's not the tool that's actually reading the energy. It's your connection to the tool or the connection with the client that you're working with. It's actually responding to their energy or their situational energy. So regardless, the cards read your client's energy or yours if you're reading for yourself. Same with divination rods. It's reading the energy. And what is the energy? And if you can stay as an open channel for that, then of course you can get a lot of outside information. But what it's doing is it's reading the energy. So it's not actually the tool, it's learning to be open as a receiver. So if you think of, like television waves, radio stations, Esther just mentioned turning the radio on, right? If you imagine yourself as the actual radio and you are tuning to the energy frequency, then you're drawing that information in. And it's the same way that we read energy, so it doesn't matter what tools you use, although some can be easier for you to use or not easier for you to use. And that's to do with your energy too. So I just think it's interesting, but it will work in different ways, right? So tarot, in my mind, and correct me if you think it's different, Annie, please jump in and say, but to my mind, tarot and say oracle can tap into an emotional or situational energy of your client, and that's what you're reading, right? And it shows itself in the physical layout of the cards, right? And that's how the energy comes through for you to read it. When it's astrology or numerology, that can be a little bit different because you're actually mapping the energy of the constellations or the maths involved in it. And everything has maths involved in it, right? So you're reading a different form of the energy. When it comes to pendulums and dowsing rods, it's more kinesiology. So if you're open to flow and that energy flows through you, then the rods are responding to that kinesiology energy or kinetic energy that you're working with. If you think runes, what else would be more earthy, Annie? Runes, I Ching. I Ching, is that what they call it? That's more raw energy to me, and it focuses on situations and gives you a snapshot of the immediate situation. So it's what energy are you tuning into to read, but we can all read it, right? It's what you read easiest, what you can tune into easiest.
Yeah, because
What's
what
the thing?
Sophia is saying here is it's very simple, using mindfulness to change the energy of a situation and increase your personal energy levels and frequencies. Where your mind goes, the energy flows.
Yes.
If you to take that back a step, it's one of the things that I say to people all the time.
Mm,
If you're in really like the lowest energies are fear and guilt and greed. They're
mhm,
the lowest energies. The highest energy is love. There's nothing
mhm,
higher. It's love.
mhm.
So if you're in fear
And
or you're
love and
in,
authenticity are very, very close.
say that again.
Love and authenticity
Yeah,
are very close in frequency. They're not the same frequency, but they're very close.
yeah. But if you're sitting in that negative energy, that's what you're attracting, and that's what you're pulling in. And
Mm,
you're not going to get happiness when you're miserable and you can't see any way out of it. So you need to be able to somehow flip your energy.
mhm,
And you can do it in any way, shape, or form. Again, with the music, with
mhm,
bells, with being outside, with grounding, with being in
mhm.
nature. There's a million ways. And
Yeah,
it's all about flip the paradigm, because what
yeah,
Sophia's saying is right. Like
yeah.
where your mind goes and where your energy goes, that's what comes to you. And if you're bloody
Mm,
miserable, nobody wants to talk to you anyway. And you're just going
mhm,
to get more miserable. So, so many people. This is interesting. I read for
mm,
this lady today, and she was a mess. And I said to her, I said, what are you hanging on to that you absolutely have to let go? And she
mm,
said she had a car accident and she hit a boy on a motorbike. And
ah,
she said, all I can remember is standing there, and there was paramedics and there was police and there was
mhm,
fire, there was all sort ambulance and all sorts of shit. And I said, what happened? And she said, the back of my car clipped him and he fell off his bike and he was unconscious for a wee while. And the
mm.
first thing he did when he opened his eyes was said, you could have just asked me for my phone number. You didn't have to knock me off my bike. That was the very first thing he said.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I said, was he hurt? And she said, he had a grazed knee. And I said to her,
But it's that
why?
shock. Right?
It was the shock. And the
Mm,
paramedics were more, because he was up wandering about with
mhm,
he ripped his trousers and grazed his knee.
mhm,
And I
mhm.
said, I said, that grace healed. Why are you still
Yeah,
picking at the scab? I
yeah.
said, he's forgotten all about you. And 3 years, 4 years down the track, you're still carrying the guilt of that. I said,
Oh,
if anything serious had happened, I said, all you're focusing on is, oh my God, what could have happened? And she said, I said, coulda, woulda, shoulda. And she said,
mm,
that's what the medic said. He said,
mhm.
don't go there. Don't go, coulda, woulda,
No,
shoulda. It didn't. And I
yeah.
said, you've got to let this go. And she said, it's affecting my relationship and and I
Mhm.
said, that's your homework. Let it freaking go.
Yeah,
Write
because
it
you just
down.
hold and you're holding the energy of it.
Yeah.
So, we talk about it in law of attraction. We talk about it in a whole range of things. So, understanding how to recognize and read the energy is the core basis of anything that we do in this space. And you think about it, dogs know whether someone's good or not good, or, that's not a good space, that is a good space, that they will step back. Children know, children will do it naturally, you know. So, but somehow along the line, we get into an analytical filter
Yeah.
about it. And so it's about opening yourself to actually accept and read the energy as it's coming in, because as Sophia said before, your body is the antenna, 100% it is. So whether it's coming through because you're reading it through a tarot card spread, or it's coming through because you're doing psychometry where you're holding an object, and in holding the object, you're actually allowing yourself to connect with the energy of the history of that object. And that's where you get your information from. But it doesn't matter which way it comes, we're really reading energy.
So
Mm,
I am going to take this off on a total tangent.
go for it. We do this often.
Yeah. So we're all vibrating at the same speed here. And that's why we can see each other and we can talk to each other and it's all happening. I'm back to my levels. When your spirit leaves your body, this useless piece of equipment that hangs onto it, once it leaves the body, all that's happening is it's vibrating at a different level, different energy level. So that's the only thing that changes. And that's why when you're connecting spirit to spirit or body to spirit, you have to get to the same level of energy.
Yes.
Now, people look at you like you're mental when you start talking about this sort of stuff. But I have dead set validation, proof that cannot be refuted. And that's what I'm going to throw at you right now.
Awesome. Go for it. Let's do this.
My baby brother was dying and he wasn't doing it very well. He wasn't very good at dying. He didn't want to. He was absolutely shit scared of passing away. He was a tough Glasgow boy, you know, but he was tougher on himself than he was on anybody else, ever. So he was near end of life. He couldn't eat, he couldn't drink, couldn't do anything. I was on the phone to him for about 2 hours and he could hardly speak. And I said to him, why don't you just die? Like, this is ridiculous. That you shouldn't be here anymore. And he said, I'm terrified. And I went, what are you scared of? Everything. I'm going to hell. And I said, no, you're not. No, you're not. Anyway, what I said to him was what Kerrie and Sophie and all of us talk about all the time. I says, what's going to happen is you're going to have to do a life review. So when you go, my sister Moira and Mum are going to be there to meet you. You're going to have to do a life review. And I explained to him what that was. This is my take on this. You're going to have to look at all the things in your life. You're going to have to see how it affected not only you, people around about you. And then you're going to go to the halls of healing. And I said, once you've done all that, you're going to be up there drinking bloody vodka with my sister, having a party with everybody who's up there. And I'm going to be down here all by myself, being miserable. So I said, and off you pop. I said, it's going to be okay. So about 2 months later, I was sitting in a meditation circle and this woman walked in through the door and she said, oh, you're the woman with the long red nails. I've got something for you. And I said, what would that be? And she said, it's this. So, it's all over the place.
You can see that happy days, catching bees in a jar, in a jam jar. Yeah.
So she said that my brother, let me see if I can find this one. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. Oops. Yeah.
Okay. So that is what she gave me. Okay. So there's all these little pictures on it. This is my brother. This woman had never met me, didn't know me from a bar of soap. This is my brother. This is my sister. If I go back a couple, that one. Oh, this is terrible. Why won't my PowerPoint work, Kerrie?
I don't know.
Bugger it. That picture is actually a picture of my brother and my sister.
Yeah. You can see it though. You can see even from what you can see from that compared to the drawing, incredibly accurate. Yeah.
My brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she said, I had to draw this. And she said, while I was drawing this, she said, I was marching up and down the lounge room singing, here comes the general, here comes the general. My brother called my sister the general. So what she said was, he's been annoying me. And he said, tell Annie that she was right. Thank you for the validation, Alan. I will take that.
And look, immediate energy confirmation in goosebumps. And again, that's reading that energy. Yeah.
So I can't make this fix.
Yeah.
But I can read you all the stuff that's on this.
Mm.
And I'll actually put it up in the chat because it
Yeah.
will be better in the chat.
Mhm.
So what she had on this paper, a black and white dog and a puppy.
Mhm.
And it's going to bring lots of laughter. My brother had a black and white dog and a puppy.
Mhm.
Margaret, my mother. Sharon, my daughter. Stitch, a guard of honor. At my brother's wedding, the Redhurst Hotel went on fire at his wedding. And his best mate was in the fire brigade.
Right.
So they came to put the fire out. And because it was the middle of my brother's wedding, they did all the fireys did a guard of honor for him when they walked back
Oh,
in.
wow. Wow.
She said, battlefield. We went
Mhm.
to battlefield school. She
Mhm.
said, the 65 bus and the 44 bus that went to Kings Park, he went to Kings Park High School. Paisley. Paisley's where he worked.
Mhm.
She's got my dad up the top here in a fishing boat, fishing,
Mhm.
catching bees in jam jars. That was what we used to do when we were kids because, like we were poor, povos.
Mm.
We didn't have a lot to play with. We had a big paddock with clover behind us. We used to poke holes in jam jars, catch bees, put the clover in. God knows what we were going to do. But that was what we did. 3 children. The first was significantly different and separate. So
Mhm.
there was me. I'm the significantly different one. Not that you
Yeah.
could guess that. And the other 3. My sister, who's above his little head, they're together. And he was very protective of his sisters, which is also true. He told her to give me a bunch of sunflowers, and they're my favorite. Yellow flowers, I love them. They make me really happy. He
Mhm.
also made me daisy chains. We used to do that when we were kids as well. He also said that he's no longer afraid of leaving.
Mhm.
It was all good. And the last thing that he said that just hit me like a train, my grandmother was the Wicked Witch of the West. She was not a nice lady. She lived till she was 98 and she was in a bad mood for 97 of these years. Um, her She was expecting her 4th child in 1926 when her husband passed away in an accident. So she was widowed with 4 children under 4 in 1920s. Hellish. So no wonder she was in a bad mood. But my mum actually said that she regrets not knowing that she should have broken her mother's cycle and that she was deeply sorry for the hurt caused by the siblings being split. And that's exactly what happened. Like
Mm.
I wasn't if I was asked to put myself, in a space with the family, I'd have been over there. My brother would have been over there. I'd probably be closer to my dad. Mum would have had the twins. And that was how our family rolled. She had 2 separate families. Mum and the twins were really, really close. And the rest of us weren't, like Alan and I were right out on the outer.
Mhm.
So this woman had never seen me, met me, knew anything about me. Nobody in that space, in that circle,
Mhm.
knew me, knew anything about me. It was a meditation circle. I would go, I would sit, I would meditate, I would go home.
Mhm.
If this isn't dead set proof that when you move on and transition into spirit, you're not far away. You're
Mhm.
just vibrating at a different rate.
Yeah.
And if you can manage to raise your energy levels, this woman's not a medium. She was actually an ex-cop, of all things. She's very highly skilled, incredibly highly skilled, really in
Mm.
tune, but
But just
different.
really open to receiving the energy and the however that comes through. Obviously, she can draw, so probably lots of visuals in that
Yeah,
as well as the words.
yeah,
Yeah. It
incredible.
it is really interesting, Annie, because I sort of think of it like say our physical body or the DNA and our DNA makeup is as unique as fingerprints and everything else, but it also can house our spiritual frequency, right? So we need it to be able to house, and in some way it needs to sort of match up so it can actually house our spiritual selves. And then you think, okay, so say you have a TV and the TV's where, and then all of a sudden the TV goes on the blink, right? Well, you get rid of the TV, but the signal that was coming to the TV still exists. It's just you haven't got the receiver to pick it up and show you what's in there anymore. And then when we come back, if we choose to come back, then again, we're waiting for that next physical body or the spiritual physical DNA that matches our spirit. And then as soon as you get that new TV, in inverted commas, you can tune the channel back in, right? Same sort of thing, but just putting it into terms that we understand. But again, it's the energy, right? It's an energy match, and it's bringing it back to that energy match. Yeah. We did say a bit of open panel tonight. So does anyone, just let us know in chat, would anyone like to come up and join us and share anything about when they've experienced energy? So it could be, I know a few of you, like with the retreat, we did the energy trails, your experience of feeling the energy and connecting with the energy in that, and how it reflected back to you what you needed to know. Or do you want to share about when you've gone somewhere and you knew something about the place because you're reading the energy? So if anyone would like to come up and join us on panel, I can be very brave and put the link in, and you're very welcome to join us. Just waiting.
Be brave, people.
Yeah, be brave. Okay. Well, I can put the link out. So hang on.
Stick it in chat.
That's what I'm just about to do.
Good job.
And if anyone would like to come up, you can. If we know you and you want to keep your camera off, that's not a problem. If we don't know you, please put your camera on just so we can see you, that you're a real person. And then before we put you on screen or add you to screen, you're welcome to turn your camera off. That's fine. So I'm just going to put the link out there. And if anyone would like to come up and join their experience of connection with energy, and that can be places too. When you go and visit somewhere, you already know the place because you're connecting to the energy and you're reading the energy, or you have been there before and you are recognizing the energy. And it's bringing back that remembrance. Yeah.
Yeah. Deja vu feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa, who's on here, has been on with us. She's the lady who does the bone readings, the osteomancy.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
She connects to the readings of the animals and the bones.
Yeah.
And then they tell her stories, which is the same as connecting to the cards or whatever other medium you choose to use. You connect your energy, and then all of a sudden it speaks to you in some way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. And again, back to what Sophia was saying, where your energy goes, where the mind goes, the energy flows.
Absolutely.
So it's about tuning yourself. Lisa's bones are her TV screen.
Yeah.
My tarot is my TV screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I love working with psychometry. If it's something that belongs to somebody, and I'm doing a reading, just a pure psychic reading, not using any other tools, but I can hold on to something that person's been wearing, and preferably only them. Otherwise, I pick up other stuff as well. It just allows me to connect to their energy a lot faster. Right, so I can get it, it's just that instantaneous connection into energy, and also the permission to do so. That's something I worked with for a really long time before just pure psychic reading, and also with the tarot reading, and that's why even though you may get a spread and cards may mean certain things, when you're in tune with the energy, you will actually pick up on the visualization and other things within the card because it's actually bringing you something else. Sandy, my dreams are my TV screen, which is awesome. Which is awesome. And just learning or sitting there. So you can use that little kitchen technique that I use. You can do that anywhere. Take yourself to a barbecue, you know, just see yourself sitting in front of a beautiful log fire and hear it crackling, you know. All of that just starts to open up your recognition of energy and connection to energy. And then you can start moving it. But you'll also notice how you receive. And I think that's the key, because we're all individual. So how we receive the energy can be slightly different. You know, some people visualize really well. Some people just know, and he just gets a knowing. I get a lot of visuals and I get a lot of audio. So you start to realize how you read, and then that's the area that you can expand on. But there's going to come a time, I believe, where everyone will be very in tune with reading that energy and being able to then use that understanding of the energy to flip where the vibration is, to transmute it.
Yeah. Don't think. Epiphanies come in the shower for me. All these random thoughts pop in when I'm in the shower. Two things about that. The water, I'm a water baby.
Yeah.
You know, like that's my happy place, is in the water.
Yeah.
And the other thing about that is I'm not thinking. My head's turned off and I'm not thinking.
Yeah.
And the sort of flashes of inspiration are in the spaces between the thoughts.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you're doing something totally mindless that keeps your hands busy, that's
where
the space
it's got the opportunity.
Yeah, it's that some people really struggle sitting in silence, but if you're actually sitting in silence and maybe scribbling, a lot of psychics use papers. They give their hand something to do. They give the left brain something to do.
Notebooks and notebooks.
Yeah. If you give your left brain something to do and keep that busy, that turns your brain off. And that's when the thoughts can come in and the energy can come in, you know. But it's important, especially at the moment, for you to keep your energy really high. I've got this, for months I've been saying August, something big is going to happen in August. The energy is going to flip in August. There's a big change. I've got no blessed idea what it is, but I just feel August is going to be huge.
Yeah.
And maybe with what Kerrie's been saying, you know, like this is an ideal opportunity for us to practice silence. And we're constantly assaulted by noise all over the place all the time. So
It's all distraction and distortion, really, right? If you think about it, it's distracting us from knowing what's actually happening, you know, because you're so busy, you know.
yeah,
And then they can distort your perception or your thought on something through that means. So the more that you sit with yourself and actually sit with the energy that you're sitting in and connecting in with that, and then you can consciously raise it, you know, because that's the connection. It's when you're totally unaware of it that you get really flustered, fragmented, and you know, in that energy of just being go 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 rather than just be. Just be. Yeah, just be.
well, we don't have any brave people.
We don't have any, or maybe just no, because we've gone into a whole lot of different directions with the energy, and we've really covered a lot with it tonight, talking about the energy. But you know, it's so important. I think it's underrated. You know, it's like, how do you read? How do you do this? How do you work with that? It's all energy reading. And in fact, at the retreat, there was a perfect example of that with Anne the flower reader, because that was something she hadn't done before. But in selecting the flower and just holding it and putting your energy into it, she could read your energy. So it's the same sort of thing. The tool almost becomes secondary once you've got the connection with energy. So the energy reading is really important. The next thing is trust it. So if you get a feeling, oh, I don't really think I should be at this, or I don't know that I should go in there, please listen to it. Right? It's telling you that you're not an energy match for something for a reason. And vice versa. You can say to you, oh, I just really feel like I need to go into this shop or whatever. And then suddenly you have the most amazing conversations that you never expected, or something will jump out at you that you're really looking for because you're actually reading the energy. Yeah, Kelly's trying to keep her energy up better than it was. That's good, Kelly. Oh, no. Ooh. Oh, no. Well, if you're open to it, we do have an absent healing list that we keep. Anyone that wants on our healing list, please reach out to us at any time, because we do have a healing list. So anyone that's needing healing, please reach out and we'll add you to that, and we send that out every week. Marani, yes, voice, sound and vibration, right? Again, that frequency, and that helps you connect. It's funny, when I was little, we had this, we called it the terrace. And where we were from the terrace, not that it had a great view, but I could look up to, there was a park that I could look up to. Right. And I'd often go out there and just sing to the universe, sing to the clouds, sing to the birds, and I loved that connection. And so often they would actually come in and listen to what I was doing, and I'd have full conversations with them. And that again is that energy connection.
Kerrie, have you seen that? Have you seen that man who plays guitar and sings to the animals?
Yes.
He sings, elephants come and sit beside him. He had, what else? Meerkats, horses. He had a tiger. A tiger just sat there looking at him.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
Oh, sorry. You just did what I did. One of us has to not do it. It is absolutely incredible. And if you think about it, the animals don't understand a single word of what's being said. What they understand is the energy and the intention in the music and the song.
Yeah.
That's what they're responding to.
Oh, Sandy, the blind tiger. Yeah. It just toddled up and sat itself down. Esther's watched him singing to lions. Yep.
Now, Miss Esther, while we have you sitting here, and this is what I tend to do to people, just put them on the spot, you haven't been a guest with us yet.
On your Kerrie.
and who votes that Esther should be a guest? I do, because she does some incredible mediumship work and communication with angels, and it would lovely to have her on as a guest with us, and we haven't had her on yet.
And don't be ending us. It's actually just 12 months since her first book launch at Art Talks.
Yeah.
I think it was last week.
Yes.
So look at that face. Sandy's agreeing with us. Esther, let's talk.
We'll talk to you, Esther. Nothing like being put on the spot in a live stream, is there, lovely? But you know us well enough by now. 2 years since that book. That's crazy.
Yeah. Sorry, I was a year out.
Yeah. Because I saw a post and I responded because, we went through will you just release it? I think every reading we did for you for about a year, Esther, was just trust it and get it out there.
Yourself together, women.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Look, rely on us. But look, we feel your energy and we really like it, and we'd really love you to share that with the community even further.
Sandy's being polite. We didn't even say please. We just threw it.
No.
Sandy's saying please.
And Sandy, while we've got Sandy shared her milk scrying with us in the Angel Feathers chat group, and she put that up, and I loved it. Yeah, I laughed so much.
Sandy's the one that had the disaster.
Absolutely.
Something went blue on her. Yes. That was
Yeah,
hysterical.
all over her. Very funny. But what came out in your scrying was incredible.
2 to 3 books in when she sent it to the editor. Good job.
Yep, there you go.
Well, let's carry on and we'll promote your little book. Let's do that because it's angel books.
And I just want to, just as an aside to all this, something that we notice, and we hope that everyone in chat does too, is the community that's been built in here and the energy that it moves across everyone within the group when we get together for our live streams. Back to your first book now. Okay, that'll be interesting. We'll have to see what comes out with that. But yeah, so even in the live streams and the connections, you feel the energy in all of that as well. And we feel it amongst, what comes to us, through your chat, and how we connect with you is through energy when we do the full reading shows with you. So it's the same thing. And then the cards are the tools then that we use to connect in with and read that energy. So it's still done in exactly the same way. But the energy across the group and the sharing and the comments with each other and lifting each other up and sending that beautiful healing energy intent is something beautiful across this community that we absolutely love. Okay, guys, I guess we should pull a card for everybody, should we, Annie, or are you already on to that?
I've got 3.
Oh, there you go. Go for it.
The first one, messages from Spirit. Accept where you are at this moment in time. Only then can you begin to move forward. Be clear about your intentions. This makes it easier for us and the universe to help you. Doors will open unexpectedly. Be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're also sending you new opportunities. And with these new opportunities comes freedom. I feel at the moment this card is really, really important because what's happening around us is trying to keep us in fear, and it's like trying to, hi Fern, miss you, love you, trying to keep us tethered. It's like they've got us. They know that they can do it. They know that they can shut us down, And I think this rising above it and rising above the bullshit, that's where the real freedom lies. It's freedom to think. It's freedom to be who you are. It's freedom to not buy into the step out of the matrix is what I'm probably trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Because these new opportunities that are coming won't be coming for everybody. And these blessings that are coming, there'll be people that are in kindness mode. And I keep saying this, there's all of us who'll step into kindness mode because we're above this bullshit. And then there's all these poor people that are going to step into survival mode because they're terrified. So the freedom and the new opportunities lie in, it's within you. And it's stay in that energy of love and that vibration of love and that vibration of authenticity and kindness. And that's where your freedom lies.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, I'm sitting here going, I don't even know that I need to read. Okay. So the first card was the moon card. And sort of like time to step out from under that shadow work that we've been doing, all those things that we've been releasing. You move past it, right? You're already past that level. So the message for the community is you don't need to be in that energy anymore, right? It's actually moved, gone on. So stop second guessing what's coming through because all that does is drop your energy again, right? So that time you've actually moved through this. So that's the message coming through. The next card that came through is Wheel of Fortune, Annie. So it may as well just mirror yours, Annie, right? There's lots of blessings coming in, right? Everyone has been doing the work, so much work has been done by everybody to release and to decide who am I, like remembering. And it's not deciding who you are. It's remembering who you were and stepping into that power. So those blessings are coming in through that. And then, of course, my favorite, the star card. So look at that. Like, and I love this because this card is, make a wish. It's a wish fulfillment card. But what I'm loving with this is look at the connection to the energy, right? And reading that energy, receiving the energy, connecting with the energy. That's what they're telling us. This is going to be a time of that pure connection. So buckle up, everybody, because things are just the sun is coming out, That's how it definitely. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me, funny enough, if that was on the bottom of the deck. Is the sun card. It wouldn't surprise me at all if the sun card came out, because that's definitely where they were taking me next. So yeah, just reiterating really what you're saying there, Annie. It's the same message, just in a different way. And I think, we always laugh at these readings, like, the energy that comes out for the group, how we mirror each other. But that's also a perfect example of what we're actually doing, is we're connecting with the energy of our community. And it's reflected back. So it doesn't matter whether Annie's reading it or I'm reading it or the beautiful AJ's reading it or Les is on here with his divination rods or whatever's happening. It doesn't matter, because we're reading the energy. It's always going to be the same, although we will bring our own flavour or perspective to that message. Right?
We tell people that all the time. Like, people will come to me and then they'll go to AJ, or they'll go to AJ and then they'll come to me. And I'll say, this is, I said, this is, so did I. Same with Kerrie. Like, we're all saying the same stuff. We just have different ways. Kerrie's much gentler. I smack people around. It's like,
not always.
Yeah. I'm
Not
very
always.
solution. I'm very, very solution focused. It's like, stop faffing around. You're faffing around. Kerrie will say, we're on a little pause at the moment. It's time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, stop faffing around.
You're walking down the side street. Let's get you back onto the the main road.
Yeah. Get you back on track.
And there you go, Esther gets smacked a lot. Yep.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's a bit like me, Esther. Like, I've got to be told 3 times because I'm a really slow learner. And, like, if I'm doing my cards and it tells me stuff and I don't like it, I'll go and get another deck. And it says the exact same thing, so I'll go and get another one. And by the time I get to the third, I'm not talking to any of them. Because
Annie, as you know, all it's doing is tuning into the energy around you. So you're not going to get a different answer.
But I want them to be nice to me. Don't give me a scare.
There you go. Kelly loves your bitch slaps, Annie. There you go. Look, at least you're going to get what you need to hear, right? No.
It's done. It's done from the place of love.
Correct. It's done from the heart, because obviously the energy is saying this is what you need to know. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed tonight, everybody. We just thought, we talk about, oh, hello, beautiful Sharon. We haven't seen you for a while. I have a lot of messages that I need to go back and read from you that I haven't got to. I've been super busy, but I will definitely read them and respond to you. Yeah. So I hope you've all enjoyed tonight. It was just really sort of bringing it all together and saying, don't limit how you read energy. Energy is with everything, where you're going, the space that you're in the environment. It's people, it's environment, it's situations, it's yourself. I mean, energy reading just comes in so many different forms. Yeah. So, we hope you enjoyed that one. We just thought we'd bring it all together. I know that sort of Annie and I are rapidly working to do ourselves out of a job in a way, because we know that every single one of you have the ability to step in and do this. We were born with it, right? We were born with it. We're just remembering it. And how beautiful it will be when everyone is at that level and we know the energy and we just continue to raise each other up instead of trying to drag everyone down. It's just going to be so exciting.
Yeah.
So I'm getting excited about this energy. I'm so glad they shut down CERN. Call me crazy, but I actually think there's something in that little theory I gave you earlier.
Energies are limitless. Yes, they are.
Mhm.
Yes, they are.
Oh, sunshine. Thank you. Yes. Sunshine. The sun is coming out. Sharon's excited. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Yes, I can't wait. We've
Hmm.
done, like Kerrie said it, like most of us in the last 12, 18 months have done the hard yards. And it just feels like we're cleared now. It's the only way is up. And
Hmm.
it just feels like the more of this stuff you do and the more of your people that you connect to, the more this rises, not only you, but everybody around you,
Yeah,
you know?
correct. And the
And I,
planet
yeah,
and humanity and common consciousness,
yeah.
like the
And I think
ripple
it's our
effect.
job. It's literally our job to
Hmm.
make this happen. And it doesn't need to be complicated. It just does not need to be complicated. It might
Hmm.
just be having a chat to somebody, random acts
Hmm.
of kindness, telling somebody you like their shoes, smiling at somebody,
Hmm. As long as
just,
it's authentic,
yeah,
don't run around doing it if you don't really mean it, because that holds an energy to it as well. So the
yeah,
authenticity
yeah,
around it is really important as well.
yeah. But it's just that gentleness
Hmm.
as opposed to a lot of the stuff out there, a lot of the energy out there at the moment's a bit stabby.
Yeah,
So we're trying to raise the
yeah.
gentleness,
But
and
as
it's
far as everyone in here tonight, oh, hi, Gail, you are a little late. Yeah, catch the replay tomorrow. I think you'll enjoy it. Um, but as far as everyone in our community is concerned, we know it. We know it with all of you because we can feel your energy, right? When we're connecting in with you. And even though we're just seeing what you're putting in here, that's what we're doing. We're connecting with the energy. So into the chat, sorry, I shouldn't just say in here because we've got a sidebar that brings chat in from 4 different channels into the one, but we're reading that. But I can feel it with every single person in here. There's not someone that I would say, oh, you know, we need to do some more work. I don't think so. I think you've done the hard yards and you've done the reflection and now you're ready to step in.
yeah.
And that energy is just incredible. Yeah.
So there you go, my lovelies.
Hmm.
We're going to toddle off because we both have
Yeah,
big days.
we
I would
have.
like to say thank you so, so much for being with us. We love
Yeah.
having you with us. Um, you just put up with our chitter chatter. It's great.
And if you've been enjoying it, like, share, comment
Yeah.
under the videos. That helps us so much. Let other people know about it. I do feel that the community is growing. It certainly has been. I've had so many more people reaching out to me, and I think that's because everyone's ready to step into this energy, and that attraction is coming in because they're looking for that energy, and that's just how it works. So we love every single one of you, and thank you for being with us. I'm just going to throw our link out there. As you know, let me just switch. We do all these live streams for free, but if you did want to support us, you can buy us a coffee. And I'm just going to pop the link out there, and that just helps us with the StreamYard costs because we have to pay for the StreamYard each year, not to make a profit, but just to throw it into there. And we thank everyone that does that. A couple of dollars here and there with those coffees goes a long way by the end of the year towards helping with those costs. So thank you so much. And we will be back in a fortnight for another interesting chat.
Another random chitter chatter. Have a
Maybe,
wonderful fortnight.
maybe,
Thank you.
maybe with
Maybe
Esther.
Esther.
We're naughty.
Naughty.
We're naughty, aren't we, Esther? Oh, dear. All right, everybody. Have a
Love you,
great
Jan.
fortnight, and we'll see you all again soon. Okay.
Sharon
Oh,
said the link didn't work.
did it? That's strange.
We'll fix that.
We'll fix that and we'll do it a bit of a different way next time. Maybe I have to send it to people individually. So good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us. See you in a fortnight.
Bye, y'all.
Annie whispers secrets in the night, mystical visions taking flight. Kerrie's got that angel glow so bright, gliding through the dark to the light. Tarot cards spread on the cosmic rug, healing power in a gentle hug. Meditations deep like an ancient grove, finding peace through the stars above. Mind, body, spirit, soul, we rise. Angel feathers falling from the sky, psychic waves in a gentle tide. Let the universe be our guide. Sound healing echoes through the air, lifted hearts with a tender care. Spiritual journeys we embark, lighting flames within the dark. Messages from angels clear and true, whispering